Okay, now viewers, we're just going to have a quick run as Carlos Checker, and we'll go around Valencia. There it is, straight past it. It's a great little circuit, not the most high speed. So off we go then, Carlos Checker. Very different look to Valencia this time. Lighting's completely different to the last version. I always thought this was a very sort of garish track on the last game, but from behind you can see how they've toned the colour palette down quite a bit. Looks a lot better actually. Boom, out my way. Sometimes you just got to get aggressive with these guys. Actually, I'm not tapping them very hard. Generally speaking, if you touch the brakes when you tap them, you can get away with it. But if you hit them hard, you will fly straight off the bike. Oh. At the moment, Carlos's bike is not as quick as some of the others I've been on. So again, a nice feel to it. I'd say that you're not tiptoeing quite as much as you were in SBKX. SBKX was difficult, but sometimes you just, you felt the bike got away from you a little too easily. And this, it seems to be a little bit easier this time, which is again a good thing. So especially on these corners. Regular fans of SBKX will see obviously the palette change here. It was very cartoony and garish before, you know, whereas now it's been toned down a little bit, which is welcome. Graphically it does look better. The bike models and the rider models are nice to see. Again, like I say, I feel much more comfortable with the game playing it with the Xbox controller rather than the PS3. Simply because I think the travel with the triggers really helps when it comes to applying power. Missed my turning completely there. Got to brake a bit earlier for that than I was expecting. Actually, shall we again a quick look at the photo mode for you guys, just have a little look at the bike. Probably at the wrong point on the circuit, typical. Let's go back, we'll do it round the corner. Let's do it again now, photo mode. A little zoom in, have a little look. Nice to see. See the detail there. So change view now, so we've got this far away view. Like I say, it's always helpful for learning the circuits as well if you don't know them. Getting the back end out there, a little bit of a slide going on. It does look nice actually to see the body language of the bike, you know, moving around. It's And you do feel that as well in your control. You know, you immediately know when it's starting to step out and that you're going to need to come off the power or counter it or do whatever you do, balance the slide. I'm miles off the pace here, by the way, guys. I mean, obviously, as with all these things, you need to play a lot with each bike, find out where each bike has you know, performance advantages, and obviously set your bike up as well. Across the finishing line to finish that race. It's not the most exciting run now. I didn't go through the views. I just wanted to at least put some clean corners together, and again, learning my way through it. Let's look at the replay now. And of course, we'll do all this again on the later builds as well once we get hold of them. Like I say, I'd like to get some advice from some bikers and talk to them about what they think. You know, we're keen to see this this genre evolve, really. I think biking is something that's been left out for a while. At the moment, my thoughts on SBK is that yes, the handling is definitely sort of easier to get to grips with than last year. I still don't think that it's as intuitive as it can be, and I refer to the Namco MotoGP titles of years ago, which seem to be really intuitive. You know, first moment you play it, really, you know where the turning is and you're not going to miss that turning. Whereas on some of these games there is always a very wide sort of room for error. There's a lot of room for error. There's a wide zone there to make mistakes in. Is that you need to be absolutely perfect, otherwise you can end up all over the track. I've noticed that on a lot of biking games, but so far in this, as you guys have seen, I'm not a million miles off the racing line once I actually learn the basics. I think with all of these tracks, like you say, it's learning your braking points, how to be consistent, and you know, dig out those lap times. There's a lot of lap time even in that section there. You know, you brake early, you get in early, you nail it up the hill there, and then brake at the latest possible time, but as hard as you can, to get into that really slow final corner down the straight. Nice straight there, get some power down, and braking much earlier again than you expect for the uphill drive. Again, gradients do make a big difference as well to your bike and to your braking, all the rest of it. A little bit too much cornering now. I broke a little bit more than I needed to, so there's loads more lap time to dig out here. Let's see again, different views. On board, we've got the butt cheek view, always one they enjoy on TV. This must be one of those new camera views that don't actually turn on the bike. Sort of dynamic. Nice view of the bike there as well. Nice. Throwing the bike into those corners. Again, one thing is that it may look like I'm getting on the power quite late occasionally. It's, I suppose, to an extent sometimes I am, but sometimes you do need to, in the simulation mode, as anyone will know who's a regular SBK fan, you do need to straighten the bike up before you get on the power, otherwise I'll be falling off on every single corner basically. Different riders. We've got some legs dangling there, of course I still need to work on those. every bike having its own individual sound. Again though, this is all still very early. And that's it guys for Valencia.